Jaguar Wright on JayZ. I've signed 2 NDAs in my life. Both were with him.
Like, there's a
Most people in the industry are related.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Isn't that interesting? Bloodlines.
Yeah.
Think about it. Look at Wanye right now with his sons.
Yeah.
I still don't understand why he signed them to marry. I don't get it.
For what everybody knows is JayZ.
All right,
What about him?
Here we go.
Were you around him, and what capacity were you around him? Was it strictly? Was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Hold on to your edges because the streets are talking and the tea is piping hot. Jaguar Wright just dropped a bombshell on JayZ, claiming he forced her to sign an NDA. Shell, this scandal has the potential to shake up the whole industry. Jaguar is spilling all the details, and we're here to break it down for you. What exactly went down between her and Jay? Is there more to this NDA than meets the eye? The stakes are high and reputations are on the line. This is the celebrity gossip you need to know. We're about to dive deep into the Jaguar Wright versus JayZ saga, and trust me, it's juicier than your auntie's sweet tea. Stay tuned because this is one scandal you don't want to miss.
Raped. And I'm not saying sexual assault. I'm talking about pockets.
Yeah, man.
Right through.
Very bad.
They had one of the worst recording contracts ever. It was almost as if Michael Bivins was like having like PTSD from New Edition being a child star and said, I'm gonna find some real talented guys.
We're gonna do this again.
And I'm gonna fuck them over worse
We're
than
gonna
we
do this
did.
again.
So we can say it happened to somebody else.
That's PTSD for you. That's like, we're gonna make them relive it. Make them relive it. God damn.
Why would you do that to another artist?
Yeah.
Why would you sit there and say, man, we had the #1 record and we were still on food stamps, and then force your group to do that?
Hey, man.
Why would you do that?
To be your own people.
You want to know how fucked off it was for Big Mike at the end of his run before he had to leave Boyz II Men?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let me tell you how bad his finances had gotten after his wife ran through what lump sum of money they had on that god-awful soul food restaurant that lacked soul and promptness. 6 hours to get a turkey wing platter. 6 hours. We used to call it opening to get it in time for dinner. Get your order in as soon as they open if you want to have it by 6. That was the joke around Voorhees.
Jeez.
Jill bought their house. She got it cheap. It would have been a $750,000 home back then, but they were forced to knock $250,000 off the top because of the structural damage. Apparently, they weren't able to take care of that home. It was riddled with termites. Said the only thing holding it up was the paint. They needed the money. So Jill squeezed. And they sold that house for very much more than $400,000 less what it was worth. And they broke even.
So,
is it the way you hate me, baby? That was my cousin Alma that sang that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. The apple don't fall far.
You don't want to diss me,
The apple don't fall far.
You don't want to diss me. I know you. Bitch! Wait a second. Did you hear what I just said? Michael Bivins fucked over Boyz II Men. And when Big Mike got sick, apparently there wasn't enough money available to help them through their hard times.
That's how it goes.
They didn't even promote that soul food restaurant.
Damn.
I mean, I can understand why it was some nigga shit, but maybe if they had got some real help, maybe they could have hired somebody to come in and help manage it. But no, they had to be a self-ran business because they couldn't afford to hire anyone. Why not be forced to sell to a vulture like Jill Scott, who was also an artist and knew how bad that family was struggling and took that as an opportunity to get a very, very large-scale home in a lovely, lovely white Jewish neighborhood for cheap.
Oh, okay. Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, I'm just like, you could have said, I know you guys don't want to walk away from your home, but at least let me pay you full value because I got the money. And I want to see y'all be okay. She knew they were going to have to forfeit on that mortgage, and she squeezed. She was kinder to that damn dog.
Oh, man. Putter? What's his name?
Flutter, yeah.
Putter, God
You,
damn.
you gave the dog an idiot name, and you wonder why he's shat in your shoe. The fuck is Flutter? What does that mean?
Yeah,
Oh, it's the sound his feet make. That's your fault, bitch. You named him nothing. How you gonna... like, Flutter, I used to hate that shit. And he hated kids. And he barked at people's feet. Like, he was fucked up.
Oh, man.
I can see why Lizelle says she shouldn't make no babies.
Oh, man.
I mean, that was her husband.
So,
He should have known her best.
yeah, let me
She
say
wrote a whole
this.
song about it. It was a hit record. Want to hear it?
They're not for rich. Oh, shit.
Turn on a black radio station on Sunday where they sell bullshit all the time.
Jack, I want to ask.
Nothing progressive.
I have to say, most people that watch our interviews or your interviews as of late, the main question that comes up is, how does she know? Was she there? So
Yeah.
I want to do it like this. I'm gonna name some names.
Sure.
And I want to know, were you around them?
Sure.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is JayZ.
What about him?
But what could it be? What secrets is JayZ so desperate to keep under wraps that he strong-armed Jaguar into silence? The possibilities are endless, and the speculation is juicy as hell. Did something go down between them personally? Is there some shady business deal that Jay doesn't want getting out? Or is there an even bigger scandal brewing that we don't know about yet? The streets are buzzing with theories and rumors, but one thing is for sure. This NDA controversy has opened up a whole can of worms. It's shining a light on the dark underbelly of the industry and making folks question what really goes on behind the scenes. Jaguar Wright may just be the tip of the iceberg when it comes to exposing the truth. So buckle up because this ride is about to get even wilder. In our next installment, we'll be diving deep into the specifics of Jaguar's allegations and what an NDA really means in the world of celebrity. Trust and believe there's more tea to be spilled, and we're just getting started. Stay tuned because this scandal is about to get even juicier.
Were you around him? In what capacity were you around him? Was it strictly? Was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know, and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
Can I ask you this? For you, did you find joy in the business or pleasure? And when you answer that, I'm going to flip it on him. Do you feel he found joy in the business or pleasure part of that? Or spiritual?
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged. That was the purest moment. For me, it was all done in love for music, love for all that was there, love for the culture. I hate the fact that we did it all for a culture vulture. For someone who never truly had the capacity to appreciate that moment in time, to steal it from the masses, to hide it, to cloak it. I put it up on Philadelphia last year when we launched. You know how many people came to the network to see that show that they never got to see? You know what's great about this year? I still got the footage.
There you go. There you go.
And in 1 week, JayZ Unplugged, the actual whole concert, from beginning to end, will be viewed and able to be viewed on RealJag.com. Come and see the history. Come and see the power of that moment, the amazing things that we did with our bodies and our minds and our spirits. There was not one person in that room that was not elevated that night. And everyone in that room would be a liar if they said that I wasn't responsible for 75% of it.
All right, let's get into the nitty-gritty of this NDA drama. Jaguar Wright is coming with some heavy accusations, claiming that JayZ straight up forced her to sign on the dotted line and keep her mouth shut. She's painting a picture of a man who's willing to play hardball to protect his secrets. Child, can you imagine being in that position, having to sign away your right to speak on your own experiences? It's giving very much NDA politics and power moves. Now, NDAs in the celebrity world are nothing new. These legal agreements are like the industry's favorite accessory. Everyone's got one, and they're always in style. Celebrities use them to keep their private lives on lock, to stop any leaks about upcoming projects, or to sweep scandals under the rug. But here's the thing. NDAs are shady as hell. They're basically a way for the rich and powerful to control the narrative and silence anyone who might spill their secrets. So why would JayZ be so pressed to get Jaguar Wright to sign an NDA? Well, the streets are talking and the theories are flying. Some folks are saying that maybe Jay and Jaguar had a little something going on back in the day, and he doesn't want that tea to get spilled. Others think that there might be some business dealings that Jay wants to keep hush-hush. And then there's the really wild theory that Jay is involved in something so scandalous, so explosive, that he can't risk it getting out. But here's the thing. We don't know for sure what Jay's trying to hide. All we know is that he allegedly went to great lengths to keep Jaguar quiet, and that speaks volumes. It suggests that whatever secrets he's holding onto, they're big enough to make him pull out all the stops. This whole situation is shining a light on the dark side of the music industry. It's making folks question how many other artists have been silenced by NDAs. How many stories have been buried? How much truth has been hidden from the public? It's a sobering thought. And let's not forget the power dynamics at play here. JayZ is a heavyweight in the game. He's got money, influence, and connections. Jaguar Wright, on the other hand, is a lesser-known artist. She's taking a big risk by speaking out against someone like Jay. It's a classic David versus Goliath situation, and it's got everyone watching to see how it'll play out. The fallout from this scandal is just beginning, and the industry is already buzzing with reaction.
See what she got to say. Like I said, she's out and she's talking again. Like I said, it's just crazy to me how many people still don't believe what she says. They don't like her delivery. It's too much for her, and but when that truth come out, they be like, oh, she was right. Yeah. So shout out to all the good humans. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Jack, I want to ask.
Nothing progressive.
I have to say, most people that watch our interviews or your interviews as of late, the main question that comes up is, how does she know what was she there? So I want to do it like this. I'm gonna name some names.
Sure.
And I want to know, were you around them?
Sure.
I would like to start for what everybody knows is JayZ.
All right.
What about him?
Here we go.
Were you around him? In what capacity were you around him? Was it strictly? Was it only
NDAs
unplugged?
in my life.
Okay.
Both of them were with Mr. Carter. Ask me what you want to know and I'll answer what I can.
Let's just start with the base level. Business, personal.
Both.
Both.
And spiritual.
And spiritual. Okay.
We believe in the same power. We don't believe in appropriating it the same way.
Can I ask you this? For you, did you find joy in the business or pleasure? And when you answer that, I'm going to flip it on him. Do you feel he found joy in the business or pleasure part of that? Or spiritual?
He is the most shameful thing I've ever done. There is nothing that I experienced with that person that has not inspired shame except for Unplugged. That was the purest moment. For me, it was all done in love for music, love for all that was there, love for the culture. I hate the fact that we did it all for a culture vulture. For someone who never truly had the capacity to appreciate that moment in time, to steal it from the masses, to hide it, to cloak it. I put it up on Philadelphia last year when we launched. You know how many people came to the network to see that show that they never got to see? You know what's great about this year? I still got the footage.
There you go. There you go.
And in 1 week, JayZ Unplugged, the actual whole concert, from beginning to end, will be viewed and able to be viewed on realjag.com. Come and see the history. Come and see the power of that moment, the amazing things that we did with our bodies and our minds and our spirits. There was not one person in that room that was not elevated that night. And everyone in that room would be a liar if they said that I wasn't responsible for 75% of it.
Yeah, man. You know, they didn't really talk about the title until like the ending of the video. So I got to see what I'm going to do because it's a lot of trimming and cutting I got to do. I know just because of how when I upload and you see that age restriction pop up, I know like today is Saturday for me. And I know and basically right now they about to drop the video with her and Gene Deal. So I'm going to react to that later. But man, I can't wait for that interview. Jaguar Wright and Gene Deal. It's almost like they brother and sister, man, the way they be talking. But she says she signed 2 NDAs. So, you know, it's going to be certain things that she can't talk about, right? But the stuff she can talk about, y'all got to read in between the lines. Y'all have to. I feel like it's very, very important. A lot of things probably fly over people's head. Some people just, and again, some people just don't care. But this stuff is happening. A lot of stuff is coming out. like I said, with the music industry, I ain't just talking about rap. I'm talking about all type of music. It gets really, really dark. And I think a lot of people are, you know, when things come out and, you know, people say, you know, if this person was brave enough, I feel like I have the courage now to say something. And then they say it. But I don't never want to go to a place where they say, hey, you can't bring your phone in here. I will turn around and go the other way. A comedy show, that's different. Because, you know, they don't want you recording the show because they're going to post it somewhere. But I ain't giving you my phone. I cut it off, but I ain't giving it to you.
Chill, the fallout from this Jaguar Wright and JayZ drama is rippling through the industry like a tidal wave. Everybody and their mama is weighing in on the controversy. You let insiders spilling tea left and right about how shady the game can be. They're saying that NDAs are the industry's dirty little secret, a way to keep folks in line and protect the powerful. Some folks are even coming forward with their own stories of being silenced by NDAs. It's like Pandora's box has been opened and all the skeletons are tumbling out. The streets are buzzing with talk of other celebrities who might have some explaining to do. Who else has been out here forcing folks to sign on the dotted line? What other scandals have been swept under the rug? But it's not just about individual cases. This whole situation is shining a harsh light on the music industry as a whole. It's exposing the ugly underbelly of a business that's all about image and control. Folks are starting to question how deep the rabbit hole goes. Is this just the tip of the iceberg? How many other artists have been strong-armed into silence? And let's talk about the power dynamics at play. When you've got someone like JayZ, a heavyweight in the game with money and influence to spare, going up against a lesser-known artist like Jaguar Wright, it's like David and Goliath. It takes a lot of guts to speak truth to power like that, and you must believe there are consequences.
Now, why now? Why?
Because he's the acceptable monster at this time. Like R. Kelly was the last time I sat on this couch.
So who's next?
Y'all don't see the lineup?
Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next. Who's next?
JayZ is setting Diddy up. Why is everyone having such a hard time? He ain't doing shit different. He lined up D. Haven, stole his life and identity. He lined up Big L, stole his life and identity. He lined up Dame Dash, stole his life, identity, and took his love. Lined up R. Kelly. He wants to be the one.
Yeah, shout out D. Haven. He actually hit us up, wanted to tell this story.
You need to talk to D. Haven.
Yeah, we need to talk to him.
I told you that last.
He said the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent. We don't want talented motherfuckers at Bad Boy. Talented motherfuckers think they gotta say. Oh, a talented motherfucker will tell you, I'm gonna turn in my album when I feel like it. He said, but see, if we get people with no talent, and then we make them look like stars, see, we have total control. Because without us, they can't be the shit. Oh. He said, that's how we're going to run this label. And we're going to run these motherfuckers into the ground. And I'm going to make all of you rich. And that was his fucking pep talk at the Kit Kat Club in 1996 to his interns, who are now mostly, executives at Bad Boy.
Some folks are already taking sides. You've got the JayZ defenders who are calling Jaguar a liar and a clout chaser. They're saying she's just trying to get her 15 minutes of fame. But then you've got others who are applauding her for her bravery in speaking out. They're calling her a hero for standing up to a system that's designed to keep people quiet. Meanwhile, JayZ himself has been suspiciously silent on the whole thing. No statements, no denials, nothing. And that's only fueling the speculation. What's he got to hide? Why isn't he defending himself? The longer he stays quiet, the more folks are going to wonder what kind of skeletons he's got in his closet.
How are you feeling right now? You personally, how are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm numb. It's good to be in Cali with my folks right now.
Right.
You know, I haven't seen most of these people since my son passed away in 2018. See, I was planning to move Giovanni out here so he could start his grow house and start his own strand. And he got arrested in Philly.
Huh.
So we moved to Dallas. Isn't that funny? That one choice led me here.
Yeah, I'm glad that you came here.
So am I. But I come back to LA and I'm walking around Leimert Park. I'm thinking of all my shows that I did at Mavericks Flats. And oh man, we gotta do better by our people, bro. All of this abuse that people are now discovering has been happening in front of their faces for all this time. The reason why they're so outraged is because they're now realizing that they helped finance it.
Yeah.
See, the people who should be most appalled are the fans. Because not once did you ever say, this record company won't get another dollar of our money until we know why Aaliyah is gone. Can you imagine if all of Aaliyah's fans had stopped buying anything that came out of that label? That would have been powerful, wouldn't it?
Man, powerful.
And yet it didn't happen. And her death still has not been properly investigated. Now, I want everybody to think about what I just said, and I want you to go and look at that footage of the diddler ragdolling Cassie and fucking punting her like a football. While you're at it, ask yourself how many times that happened to me. I wasn't crying for Cassie. I was crying because I remember what those kicks feel like. I too have been punted. You should be ashamed of yourselves. And all of you bitches that won't speak, I hope you get charged right with them as an accessory before, during, or after each crime, because every bitch that's been around Diddy seen Diddy beat a bitch. Period.
So we've seen Diddy do a public apology.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's my thought. You just did a statement a month ago saying you never done nothing like that. Now you say different? My. How illuminating. When was you lying? When you said you never done nothing like that after you got shown doing it? It must suck to know that JayZ is most likely paying for all of this to be done to you.
But here's the thing, even if JayZ does come out and deny everything, the damage may already be done. His reputation is taking a hit, and folks are looking at him sideways. It's hard to come back from something like this unscathed. And if more dirt starts coming out, it could get even uglier. As for Jaguar Wright, she's become an unlikely hero in all of this. Folks are rallying around her and praising her for her courage. She's shining a light on an issue that's been in the shadows for too long. And even if the industry tries to blacklist her or shut her out, she's already made her mark. She's started a conversation that's long overdue.
So
You know, there was a movie called Kiss the Girls. Do you remember that with Morgan Freeman and
no, I definitely
Ashton
remember that.
Judd?
Yep.
And remember, they were looking for the Casanova unaliver, the serial killer. And as they went into their investigation, they started seeing that certain crimes were mirroring one another. Two different styles, same hunt, same kill. They came to find out that it was two of them working, mirroring, competing. One type of woman grabbed one way, same type of woman grabbed another way on the other side of the country. They were able to find their lunar cycle and how they hunted and when they picked. And guess what? It was the sloppy one that got them caught because it was the sophisticated one that taught him how to hunt. You remember that?
Yep.
What if I told you I was Ashley Judd? Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you
You
out.
want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like JayZ put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're going to be crazy. It's going to be the women that get them in the end.
So you say that Jay
Fuck JayZ! And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend. Just 9 months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And how you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it. Then you didn't want to sit next to him at the Grammys.
Uh,
Told everybody that he had cooties. And canceled the Rock Nation brunch, which is your favorite event. Because that's how you line up who you gonna move around next year. Like y'all did with Clarence Avon. I'm gonna get you. And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word. And you're gonna pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
what would it take for JayZ to go down like Diddy did?
I don't know. But I got an idea that Evan Rogers is gonna help me figure that out.
and who is Evan?
Evan was the producer who only seemed to work on teeny bopper projects, who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room on the island where she comes from with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor. Tell me something. How is that person allowed on the internet at all? She should be banned from the internet completely. She is a known and proven liar, and she has been spending the better part of the past 2 years trying to defraud the public out of cash and extorting and blackmailing celebrities to pay a young artist whose family she disrespected, whose child she defamed. I don't know. Maybe I'll pay somebody to get me those pictures of little Teddy playing in monkey shit just for fun. I know people in Nigeria. I'm sure he won't be hard to find.
Do you feel like Tasha K tried to be or is trying to be the next Wendy Williams?
That'll never happen. Wendy told the truth. That bitch is a liar. It was proven in court to the tune of a $4 million check that her black broke ass can't cash. How you gonna be Wendy Williams and you can't tell the truth? Oops. And you ain't funny either. And you need to stop hiring people to sit in those empty seats of the tickets you can't sell to your very, very, very irrelevant show. You want to show us something we want to see? Show us your kids. Go live and cam up with your family, including your husband, who has another bitch, allegedly. I don't know any God-fearing or law-abiding or Africa-loving Nigerian who would abide his wife sending his son away. Does that make sense to y'all? You don't know Nigerians. They're very family-oriented. And his son, his firstborn son, I don't know a Nigerian man that would agree with that. Igbo or Yoruba. Sound like something wrong with your family structure over there, toots. How about you stop coming up with fake Crime Stoppers for me and produce very real receipts of your illegitimate and fraudulent life? And run your ass out of town, bitch. I'm gonna have you running like Aubrey. Now you ain't got as much shit to sell, so packing you up should be quick. Was there anything else, guys?
Yes. We're gonna try to. I want to dig a little deep into your love life because we did a game, the Domino Effect, which you could go watch now, right? And we also did an interview with Terrence Gangster Williams, right? And we brought that up, and he spoke good about you, and he had a lot to say about you. We kind of went through that day. Can you walk us through the day of you and Terrence Gangster?
What about it?
Well, he kind of went through. He went through there. He went through a little detail.
What
You
did he
know,
say?
he said y'all hit it off real good. Y'all, you had to get out of here, but you had to reschedule the plane.
Well, we decided to spend a little more time together.
Okay.
And I love his mama. Shout out to Big Mama. I love her so much. That is my homie.
So you got to meet the mom, huh?
Oh yeah. I cooked him dinner.
Oh, okay.
And apparently she ate the leftovers and he was banished. It's always
a real compliment when a real Southern woman, a real NOLA woman, I mean, this is Ninth Ward, we're talking generations, for her to walk in a stranger cooking in her kitchen and she say, Terrence, leave that girl alone. Everything smells just fine. I'm like, okay, we gonna be all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, no, I mean, Terrence is special.
Yes.
And working with the Panthers like I am now, and our objective for the Free 'em All campaign. When I think of everything that Terrence has been through, he has my heart. He's one of the strongest black men I've ever met. From the streets to a quarter century of his life, and just the fortitude that he has, and the way that he still takes care of the youngsters, and he hasn't lost hope for our future as a people. And I don't see who wouldn't find that attractive.